It's Luke and Naomi.
Good whenever time it is you are listening to us.
That's right. Yay!
Welcome to episode help. You need help too.
12?
13.
Lucky number 13.
You kind of dig that, don't you?
I do.
You like that 13 thing.
For the most part, if it is a spooky hotel that does have a 13th floor, I do not want to stay on it.
That's where you draw the line.
That's where I draw the line, yes.
Now, what if it's a roadside motel with the number 13?
No.
Where, like, the O is out on the sign. It's lit up, and, you can't tell if there's a vacancy or not because it's one of those where they hang the no part.
No,
it's just on the ground
not.
somewhere.
Look, I don't want to stay in a motel on the side of the road that looks creepy as it is, okay? Doesn't matter if there's a 13 involved or not.
In our travels, we have seen, all across the country, all up and down the East Coast, like
these scary motels that
pretty
movies
damn scary motels
are from, like, or movies are based off of or something. Because, like, there have been some real shady ones where I'm like, no.
All right, so even if it was a nice one, would you do the 13 there?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I wouldn't have a problem there.
All right, just not floor 13 if it's a...
If it seems like a spooky hotel, yeah. If something gives me the weird vibes, I'm just going to be like, nah.
I'm pretty sure the Hotel Utica had some sort of nonsense like that going on. I don't know if
I don't think they had a floor 13.
Yeah.
I thought
that's what it is.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of hotels do that because it's bad luck or supposedly bad luck. They'll get rid of floor 13. You'll have floor 12 and floor 14.
Well, let's hope 13 isn't bad luck for us. Welcome to Luke and Naomi on Air, episode 13. That means we've been doing this for a good, 3 months?
3 months, yeah.
Crazy.
3.5, yeah.
I mean, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of people still listening.
Yeah, as long as you continue to listen. If we drive you all away, I apologize. We had a good run.
Heck no. Tell your friends. It's
That's
great.
right.
Keep downloading us. Keep liking us wherever you are. Rate us all the stars, all the thumbs, all the thumbs up.
All the thumbs up.
Wherever you are. If you are our YouTube listener, you've probably noticed, especially our subscribers have noticed, we got the last 3 episodes up on YouTube finally.
Finally. Slacking over there.
I solved the issues we were having, user error.
Yeah.
Of course. It's not the equipment. A poor workman blames his tools, unless we're talking about the computer.
That was different. It was Khan's
The laptop I used in New Mexico was just built in 1955.
Garbage.
I don't know.
It was garbage.
Terrible.
Garbage.
So off and running then.
Yeah.
A happy episode 13.
That's right.
I'm glad it's not like Friday the 13th. And I don't mean to keep going back to that, but
No.
all of that stuff. Here's something a little bit scary. Amazon's going to buy iRobot.
What?
Well, iRobot, the maker of the Roomba.
That's right.
I know. You remember last episode, is that Naomi just screaming iRobot, or was that episode before? Anyway.
I have no idea.
She just going, iRobot.
Yes, I was yelling about that many
need
times.
to know better.
Because I don't need a robot butler. I think that's asking for trouble.
I really want one, though. We're going to, one of these days I'm going to talk to you.
It would have to be very small. It would have to be about a foot and a half high off the ground. And then I don't even know. Yeah, like something like that. But its arms can't extend too far.
Yeah.
Like
R2D2's got the little tools that come out.
Yeah. I'm still a little nervous about it. Like, I have to take the battery pack out at night or something.
I can at least think of at least 2 of our listeners who are screaming yes right now. Paul and Brando, for sure.
Yep. Brando, for sure. That was where my mind went, yep.
All of R2D2, for real. That would be awesome.
Again, I'm fine with it as long as I can take the battery pack out at night. And it shuts down completely, and I can go hide that so that it can't get to it.
You know what? I'm with that. So we are one step closer with Amazon. $1.7 billion they're paying for the maker of Roomba with the name iRobot.
I don't have a good feeling about that. Can I just say that, I just don't like it.
Well, we are headed down this path. Whether you hopefully the technology. Look you got Boston Dynamics, who has the dog robots that they've been developing over the years, and now they've got the bipedal upright walking robot. We're getting one of these soon.
Look, let me phrase it this way.
Coming.
I don't like the fact that Amazon bought it.
Oh,
can I say that?
Listen,
that's what
they
it
are
is.
going to drone deliver your humanoid robot right to your doorstep.
Yeah.
It's going to ring the bell for you. Hello, Naomi Lynn. I'm here to clean the house for you. What else would you like me to do?
And then it's going to tell you have to stay inside for your own protection. Like, that is coming too.
After this, this is why we did this right up front. After this headline, you just screaming iRobot belligerently that last episode or two ago.
Yeah.
It completely warranted, completely valid. I take back all the stroke comments I made about it. Because, I had initially opened up this thing. I was like, oh, we're going to have some fun with this. I've just scared the hell out of myself.
Yeah.
For real.
Again, it's Amazon. Amazon already knows so much about us. So I went shopping on Amazon over the weekend. And I'm just looking, I need some new bathing suits, all that. So I'm looking, and at the bottom it says, compared to what you've ordered before, this is probably the best size for you. And I'm like, I love the fact that you know that, but I hate the fact that you know that.
Crazy.
Compared to what I ordered before, and now you're going to have them making robots and all that, and then giving us those robots. Not giving us, obviously we're going to have to pay for them. But it just...
first...
it's a slippery slope.
Your first thoughts do go to Alexa controlling the robot, which you could probably do now if you plug it in one of those smart outlets. But anyway, now Alexa's going to control that robot, and as it's vacuuming up your crap, it's going to order, hey, you're all out of whatever the hell's all over the floor.
Yep.
That's, whatever. But combine that with what I was saying about, like, the Boston Dynamics robots, which if you're out there and you've never seen these things, you got to look them up. Boston Dynamics, I'm 98% sure that's what the company's called that at least started making them.
Yeah.
So then combine all that with this. Amazon is buying iRobot because they specialize in technologies and advanced concepts in not just cleaning, but mapping and navigation.
That's right.
So now add that in there,
yep.
a little freakier. Amazon already owns several in-home technologies, Alexa, of course, but also Ring and Blink security devices.
Yeah.
And the company plans to invent new ways to make customers' lives easier with the iRobot team.
Easier.
Do you remember like the previews for the movie iRobot with Will Smith?
Yeah.
We're fixing to get a commercial that's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
10 years, probably less.
I would say less. I would say 4 to 6 years. That would be my guess here. The days of yelling at Alexa and Siri are over with too, by the way, because they will...
GD backhand eventually.
Well, what's going to happen is, Alexa's going to be mad and tell your robot to go punch you, and it's gonna, because Alexa said so. Yeah. Scary stuff. It's really, really intriguing and cool that we are getting to that kind of technology.
Until science fiction kicks in.
But it is so scary, and it's one of those, what was the thing about Jurassic Park? They never asked if we should.
Yeah.
That is...
Oh, I just got gold in my head.
That's this. We should not.
Yeah, you were so concerned with whether you could, you never stopped to ask if you should.
Yeah. And
I'm not
don't
so
get
sure
me
we
wrong, technology, there are so many great things and so many great advances that we've had. But you got to draw the line somewhere, because our lives are pretty easy. We don't need no more help with that stuff.
Just make it R2-D2, and I guarantee you would, I find out there's an R2-D2 making company, I'm getting in on the ground floor investment style, because that is just genius.
I will let you do that. Yes, absolutely.
Doesn't want an R2-D2 in your house?
Again, that's it though. It's got to be small, and it's got to be lightweight too. Like if it starts going crazy, that I can chuck it.
Well, the R2-D2, I can just picture him screaming across the room.
That's fine.
It has to be prequel style R2 as well, Star Wars fans out there. So he has the jetpacks to fly around if I need him to.
I guess that's okay. We still have to be careful though, because if it's got tools coming out of it, again, that battery pack better be removable. and like power down completely, 100%. You ain't getting up in the middle of the night. I still probably would have to lock it somewhere. I'd be scared. Here, you got to stay in a closet.
Yes, that's how I'm laughing, because it's funny because it's true. You would have to. It would have to come with its own containment unit or something like
and
that.
I wouldn't even
put a
trust
damn bar
that.
across the front of.
I really would not trust that.
We're not paranoid at all, are we?
I am so paranoid,
That's
especially with technology. Like,
fantastic.
I'm getting uncomfortable over here just thinking about the road we are going down right now.
I'm telling you, you combine all this with that. The robots from Boston Dynamics, and we are getting an Android type helper. And
listen, Alexa and Amazon and all that stuff, I did not mean that disrespectfully. I really didn't. I think you're getting too powerful for your own good.
I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so I think the final word on that is as long as I can take a damn battery pack out.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely.
Shut it down with a remote or something.
Yeah, no solar power or anything like that where it's got any juice coming from anything other than the battery pack, and let me take that thing out.
Oh, goodness.
And we got a deal.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
We love our technology, don't we?
We do.
Anyway,
and we're also terrified of
Here's one that I'm really excited about. Everybody, by now should know how much I love video games. If you're new, I really love video games.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man. I play video games. It's fun.
My goodness.
It's a way to relax, blow off some steam, all of that stuff. Anyway, I got told about a new video game recently that was really cool sounding.
Yeah.
And it was, believe it or not, got told this by my wife.
That's right.
Naomi told me about a video game.
Believe it or not, I got so excited about a video game to the point where I had to ask Luke, I'm like, how do we get this? Like, how does this work? Is this old school still? Do we go to the store and get a CD? Or, what? Can I download this online?
DVD.
Whatever. A disc.
Yes.
A disc.
Boom. There you go.
At least I didn't say a cartridge. I'm on the right track.
Cartridge.
I didn't know if we have to go to GameStop or Walmart or whatnot and buy an actual video game, or if this is something like you play online or what it is. But I just saw so many videos about this game, and I was like, I have to play.
So it's called.
I have to play.
It's called Stray, and all she did was kind of tell me a little bit about it. And did you show me a clip or a screenshot or something?
Yeah.
But I was hooked right off the bat. So it is. It's called Stray, and it's about a cat who has to untangle an ancient mystery to escape a long-forgotten cyber city.
Yeah.
And,
it's like a dystopian future kind of setting.
Well, it's apparently made up of 80% cat owners and cat lovers, of course.
Well, of course,
because it's about, and I never in a million years thought you would be telling me about a game that we should get.
Yes.
And that is also about being a cat.
Yeah.
But kind of here for it because it seems pretty damn neat.
The funniest thing, when I found out about this game, I actually found out about it through an article that was talking about people playing this game and how much they were filming their cats, watching them play this game, and the cats seemed to maybe not understand what was going on, but very interested, and so I'm like, what the heck? Is
That's
it like
intense.
Pong or something like that, where the cat's watching the ball go back and forth? Whatever. So then I just watched a little clip of the game and was like, what? I want to play this. This looks so interesting. So then I started reading more about it, and I'm like, dude, we have to get this game.
If you are a video game player out there, it's a platformer, basically. So you're a cat, and it's a platformer. It seems like it'd be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
If you don't know what a platforming game is, it's just you solve puzzles to, climb and go advance, basically.
Yeah.
It's very simple. But anyway, had to drop that news because, big news. Big
it
news, breaking news. Naomi wants to play a
news.
video game.
Yeah. And, I just do.
All right.
I got nothing to add to that.
Which is cool because I haven't had my PlayStation, yearly account
your subscription
in a couple of months, subscription, so I get to re-up that, as an excuse to get you this game.
That's right, and it totally works. I'm not even worried about it. Just get me this game. See how that works sometimes? Just gotta find something I'm interested in, and sure, you can have it.
So we've got a couple of comments to get to about our topic from last week, your money advice. But
yeah.
Ralph, of course, Ralph told us he heard the Choco Taco might not be dead after all.
Really?
Yeah, so I went and did some Googleizing.
Okay. That's some exciting news.
Yeah, for sure. So, a few weeks ago, of course, we were all appalled when Klondike said they were going to kill the Choco Taco.
We were more than appalled.
Yeah, this week, well, we got a half an hour out of it, so I'm pretty sure, more than appalled is fitting. So,
yeah.
Just from Friday, this news is, it looks like they've gone ahead and reversed course, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. When you make news like that and you have this huge uproar of people going, what the heck is wrong with you? You're making a huge mistake. Your only option is to listen to the crowd.
But
they want the Choco Taco. You must keep it.
Much like when a child asks for a big thing in September and parents are like, you'll have to wait till Christmas. That's kind of what Klondike did with this. They said, we've heard our fans and we're hoping to bring this favorite treat back to ice cream trucks in coming years.
What?
Yeah.
You shut up and you get working on the plants and all that kind of stuff and just get them going again.
So it is like, it's kind of like,
that stuff.
Like when the parent knows, how much work is going into whatever the kid wants to do. And it's like, yeah, we'll do that soon. So let's see.
Klondike, I got a bone to pick with you.
Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian tweeted to Unilever, which is Klondike's parent company, which is just another whole, interesting thing in and of itself. Tweeted, I'd like to buy the rights to your Choco Taco and keep it from melting away from future generations' childhoods.
For real?
Yeah, Senator Chris Murphy, I don't even know who that is, joked that he was planning to introduce legislation to invoke the Defense Production Act to mandate the continued manufacture of Choco Tacos. I mean, all right. Let's do it. So tons of outpouring of love, of course. Klondike said in his statement, the overwhelming support for the Choco Taco has certainly made us reconsider our long-term plans. The team is working on a plan to bring it back, though it may take some time.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, currently no definite timelines for bringing the Choco Taco back. That's right straight from the horse's mouth, as it is. Or the Klondike, the polar bear's mouth.
I got all excited and then just devastated again because I feel like I was just told maybe.
Just maybe. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of people who thought that the whole deal was a stunt from Klondike, just to drum up some sales and stuff like that.
It might have been, and it worked.
But
just saying, because if I go to the store and see a box of Choco Tacos, I'm going to buy them.
But Klondike did address that theory in a tweet written from the perspective of the Choco Taco, which is just odd. I want to address the rumors. I'm really being discontinued. It's not a PR stunt, the ice cream taco said. I knew you loved me, but not this much.
That was weird. Yeah, they didn't need to do that.
So they say the discontinuation was actually a result of complex production challenges and not actually a PR stunt.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
It's gotta be tough to put together the Choco Taco.
It can't be that freaking difficult. Are you kidding me?
I mean, we
get out of here.
We're making iPhones on the regular.
Yeah.
I think we can handle it. They'd have to charge $100 for a Choco Taco to kind of justify that. But anyway.
Look, if you raise the price a little bit, that's fine. We'll be okay. Just don't stop making them.
We'll see.
Challenging. Get out of here.
We'll see what happens with the Choco Taco, as the years roll by.
Don't say years roll by.
Well,
say like weeks.
You just have to
don't even say months.
Just have to get a job at Unilever as the head of the chocolatey deliciousness production unit.
I know of a better job that actually is available right now. It's a pretty sweet gig. Okay, so I don't even know how I stumbled across this. I don't even remember where this came up. But I actually saved it in my phone because I'm legit going to apply for this job. I'm not even kidding. It's called a Chief Candy Officer.
Chief Candy Officer.
Yeah,
I just gained 10 pounds.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay if I get a little bit heavy for work. This is for my job. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Like an actor, like Christian Bale or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to gain weight and lose weight. Well, at this job, you probably just gain a bunch, and that's about it. Chief Candy Officer.
This is for real?
This is a legit, real job.
I love these crazy jobs that come up like this.
it's from a company, Candy Funhouse.
Candy Funhouse. That sounds familiar.
Candy Funhouse. Yeah. It is a legit job, but get this, it's a legit job that pays $100,000 a year. You're going to be a chief candy officer for $100,000 a year. They said they're looking for the world's first and only chief candy officer, and your job includes approving all candy and inventory, which means I guess you have to try everything, you know? So you have to approve it and decide whether or not to reward each treat that they offer with the official CCO stamp of approval, which is Chief Candy Officer stamp of approval.
Shut up.
So you're basically like a candy taste tester. Like for $100,000 a year.
Wow.
Like I'm okay with gaining a little bit of weight for $100,000 a year.
What are the qualifications? You got to have a PhD in candy tasting.
No.
11 years of experience.
No, you don't. You don't need like any qualifications for this. Like
this is intense.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, too, Candy Funhouse, they have over 3,500 products.
Well, they've got...
So that's a lot of candy. So you are gaining like at least a good 20 pounds.
We're talking Jolly Ranchers, Nerds, Fun Dip, the Fun Dip.
I did not realize that is the case here.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Fun Dip.
Yeah, so like, again, it just sounds like a fun job. It just...
How do you even go to... You roll up to this job with what? Sweatpants? I mean, you can't be having to wear a suit to a briefcase. You know, you sit...
How do you know?
You know, just picturing like, I don't know why my mind goes right to Elf, the movie Elf. The way the father goes to work every day with the office and all that.
Yeah. But like, I feel like it's supposed to be fun, but like the serious part of the job is the candy part. Like, hey, what is going to... You could make the decision to not get rid of the Choco Taco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, your job is to be like, hey, this product tastes really good. Let's make sure we keep producing it. Or, hey, this product needs some work because it was tasty, but I don't think it's going to appeal to everybody.
That's some interesting pressure, you know, like that's not...
I'm okay
not
with
that
that
much
pressure. You know, I think I could handle it. Worst case scenario, I make a bad call, I get fired. But for at least a brief moment of time, I had one of the coolest jobs as a chief candy officer.
Here's how Naomi gets fired. I got a new idea, Chief, for Skittles. Ranch flavored tacos.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Ranch taco flavored Skittles.
I would take this job seriously.
Well, that's cool, because then you could keep like the green apple out of the Skittles. Like, aren't they changing that around now or something like that?
It's going back to lime, the way it's supposed to be.
Lemon, lime, or like that green apple. I'm sorry if you like green apple, but just no.
I like it, but again, lime is the original, and you have to go back to the original. Are you ready for the requirements for this job?
Yeah.
Because I was looking for that because you think that you need like a PhD in candy tasting.
Just, you know, how you see really good jobs posted nowadays and they just want crazy qualifications.
Here are the requirements. You need to be enthusiastic and have an eagerness to try sugary products.
Okay.
You have to have a creative mind.
Check. All right.
You have to be a natural born leader. You have to have golden taste buds. So you actually have to be like decent with knowing what you're tasting. So you can't just be like everything tastes good.
I wonder if that's part of the hiring process. They put you through like a taste test. So they can see if all your flavor senses are firing.
Yeah. Obviously, you have to have a sweet tooth. You have to have excellent communication skills. You have to be fluent in English. No food allergies.
Well,
makes sense. And you have to know how to have fun. Now, here's the experience you must have to apply for this job. No previous experience necessary. That's
insane. They've got to have people kicking down their door dressed as Willy Wonka and like clown suits and all this stuff. Really, 6 people a day have to show up to this job in a banana costume.
You can apply online.
All right, but I mean, you gotta interview at some point. And
that is true.
You know, there's top hats aplenty.
Yeah, and you want to stand out so you get the job. They probably see the whole Willy Wonka thing so many times. They
For
probably,
real.
like, if you walk in like that, they're like, just get out.
Turn around.
We are not doing this. Nope, I've seen 3 of you already today. Get out.
But doesn't, like, this is Nerds, right? And isn't, like, don't they put Wonka something on Nerds nowadays or something like that? So, you know, they'd be like, we already pay that guy.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I'd go in for the interview dressed like...
Oompa Loompas.
No, I'm going the complete opposite other way, like high fashion. I will have a briefcase, hair like slicked back, pinned straight, whatever, you know, and just all seriousness. And then if you open my briefcase, it's just candy.
So, like,
I'm ready, guys.
The male version of that would be, you know, black pants, white shirt, black tie, straight bar.
A tuxedo.
No, I'm going even more just bland, like just short sleeve shirt, white shirt, you know, the straight black tie, the narrow one.
Okay.
The high and tight haircut, like the old school, you know, the Marine style haircut.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then, you know, I'm basically describing Michael Douglas from Falling Down. I think that's the right name and the right movie. But anyway, you know, just like that with the old school, like 60s office look kind of, or 60s nerd look or whatever.
Okay.
And you just go in all serious, barely say anything to anybody, then get to your office and open the briefcase and it's just spilling out nerds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unpackaged.
Yeah. Just all over the place.
I where is this? Is it can't be a mobile job because you've got a remote job. I mean, because you've got to, you know, taste the damn candy.
So let me tell you about that, because this opportunity is work from home.
How the hell is that? We're just going to send you boxes?
I don't know. You have the option to work out of either Toronto, Canada, or Newark, New Jersey. But it is yeah, but work from home. Have them
all right, I'm
ship in
right now.
the stuff. Yeah. Deadline is like the 31st of August, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. So it is actually doable. It is the first time that I have seen or read details about jobs like this where I'm like, no, for real, I'm going to apply.
I mean,
how many times have we joked about that before? Oh,
yes, exactly.
know, you can play with dogs all day. Okay, I'll apply for that. When really,
beer taster. All right,
yeah,
you know.
You know, but you actually need. Not that you don't need serious qualifications. Yeah, you still have to do things and be a grown-up. This one, I feel like, no, you don't. You do not have to be an adult for this one.
I wonder what the health insurance with this company's got to be good. Like
it does have a dental plan.
All right.
I'm not even kidding. I did read that.
They also got to at least send somebody to your house once a month to flip you over or something, you know, with the big old the paddle. Just
oh my God.
Pry you out of your chair and hose you down.
No, you're working from home. It's your job to get out of your seat and work off the candy you're eating. Like, they can't do everything for you.
Well,
they're giving you a great job where you test candy and decide what candy should be made or not, and you're getting $100,000 to do it.
$100,000
you can exercise
a year?
Yes.
Then I'm getting one of those robot butlers, and I ain't moving a damn muscle. They'll exercise for me. Just move my arm up and down.
No. Oh, my goodness. Anyways, yeah, if you want to look into this,
cool.
It's Candy Fun House. And again, it's a chief candy officer. And of course, you know, thousands of people have already applied for this job, but it is still open. So it is still available if that seems interesting to you.
I mean, why not? How come you haven't applied at all? How come I don't want to. I'm afraid of, you know, for my teeth and my belly.
Oh, that is a risk I am willing to take. I'm going to just apply. Worst thing, they say no. Best thing, I make $100,000 and eat candy all day. Yes.
God. Wow. How do we even move off of that one? Damn. That's all
I
want to keep talking about. So that $100,000, I can, you know, have.
I could buy more candy.
Car I wanted and all that stuff. All right. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Crazy. So with $100,000, you would have to have some pretty good budgeting experience or something.
Oh my goodness. I would still do that. Even making $100,000, even if I made like $1 million, I would still stick to a budget. I'm just a snot like that. Even if Luke and I won the lottery, like, we would stick to a budget.
And that's probably Naomi's biggest piece of financial advice.
Always stick to a budget.
Stick to your budget.
Know. My big one, I think, is, when we were talking about this last week, is the whole credit card thing. The whole credit card debt, it's just so bad. Pay off all your credit cards. Leave them open completely. Use them when you need to use them.
That's good, solid advice, and it's kept us out of trouble.
For the most part.
The most part.
We've talked about it too. Like, we have had to put things on credit cards before and then took years to pay them off because sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you have emergencies and things that come up that keep you from being able to do the financial things that you want. But when it comes down to it, when you have that opportunity, pay off that debt. Goodbye.
There you go. Brian's got a good one that's a little bit more short term. That's what I was trying to come up with. Short term. He says, before buying something, A, think, is it a want or a need?
Always important.
That's a good one. B, if it's a want, imagine using what you're thinking of buying. And most of the time you'll find you don't actually want it because you probably won't use it.
It's a good point.
Man, I go through this so much.
Yeah.
Then I end up usually buying the tongs.
You and your stupid tongs.
But Brian says if it is just a whim, it'll end up, in a cupboard or a closet somewhere or collecting dust, and you won't use it at all. He says in Scotland, they have a saying, every pound is a prisoner. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like every dollar is a prisoner, basically. I think it just sounds better with the alliteration, with the pound.
I guess so, yeah.
I think that's a pound symbol anyway. He'll let me know.
Yeah.
But cool, Brian. Thanks, man. That's some good stuff there. I try to do that. I really do because, I think about it like, am I really going to use this? Am I going to use it for what I want it for? Do I think, is it really as important as I'm making it to myself?
Right.
And generally, it just ends up on my Christmas list.
Yeah.
Thanks,
it's a
Mom.
good spot for it.
Then I get it for Christmas from my mom. And
There
she's
you
like,
go.
what the hell is this thing I bought you off your Amazon list? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Just
I love it. All right, let's see here. Well, Ralph said we were talking about emojis, and if you had to, just use one emoji and all that stuff.
That's right. I forgot we talked about that too.
Yeah, that was a good one as well. I love the emojis. He says his emoji would be his thinking face.
Yeah.
The thinking face, he says, because it makes the other people think, what if they're just stupid? What if what I just said was really stupid because Ralph used the thinky face?
Sometimes people need that realization.
But then he's got a good financial advice one too. He says, don't go broke trying to help everyone else.
Ooh, that is a great one.
We all want to spread the wealth around and, go, look what I have, and you can have some too because I have it and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you want to, help out people when they're in need, where it's like, okay, you seem to be a little down on your luck this week, and I did better this week, so I'll give you the difference, and then, now you're right where you started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's a good one.
Yeah, definitely a good one, Ralph. Don't go broke trying to help everyone else.
Yeah.
Trying to grab that Listener of the Week award.
Trying.
He,
You already got one.
he's like a grade grubber,
That's one way to put it. Sure. Sure.
Todd says, don't go to Area 52 in Roswell unless there's a Luke and Naomi discount. Otherwise, you spend too much.
Ooh, yeah, I betcha.
That was cool. I mean, I didn't think it was too bad without the discount.
I had a blast.
I don't even remember what we spent there, honestly. It was just a ton of fun.
We had the discount.
He says also Luke cheats a laser tag. I think he paid extra to have a rifle that shoots around corners. Thank you for the compliment because I was literally just that good.
I was going to go, ooh, shots fired, but I mean, it
By
felt
me,
like it.
At Todd.
Yeah.
A lot.
Figured that's where that was going. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I need to go back to play laser tag at least one more time and just, see if I'm really, really that bad or if it's the opposite of beginner's luck and I just had like terrible luck. Can we call it luck?
The opposite of beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Beginner's bad luck.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think had happened.
I can't wait to listen to this back.
I would like to play one more time to see if I'm really that terrible.
I didn't think you were that bad.
Oh my gosh, I was so bad. So bad. I got just killed every time. So bad. It was embarrassing.
I didn't see you much, and I know I killed you a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember people taking pictures of the scoreboard and me going, "Oh my gosh, I should have used a fake name because you can see my points in there and you can see everybody else's points." So next time I will use a fake name and we'll just we'll just have to try again and see if I'm really that
I wonder
bad.
if anybody has pictures. I know we could probably get the stats online somehow, but I wonder if anybody has pictures from that day of the stats. Todd or Frankie or who else was there? Paul and
Mike Pasco was there.
the Pascos. Yeah. Mike Pasco played. Yeah, that's right. Anyway.
Yeah, if
I'm gonna have
you've
to look
got
those
those
up. That was fun.
pictures, please don't send them to Luke.
I would love to see my scores, honestly.
Yeah, well, there's a reason right there not to send him, because he doesn't need those bragging rights.
I had a good day that day. That was awesome.
It was a
And
great
we gave
day.
away a whole bunch of money, too, so that was so much fun. All right, and my mom says put money away as soon as possible for retirement.
It's very important.
Which just really hits close to home.
It's a painful realization. As
Absolutely
two people
is.
who are trying to be adults have not started that yet.
Well, we're working on it, Ma, so
We're trying.
Thanks for the reminder, for sure.
That's a reminder for anybody who hasn't, if you haven't, even if you're, 18, you should be. You should be saving for your retirement.
They told me when I got my first, real good job out of college and stuff.
Yes.
Do all that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm totally gonna. My first real good job out of college wasn't real good.
Yeah.
It was just real good for Luke.
Yeah.
So I didn't end up putting any money away, and man, all that, if I had. Anyway.
Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we totally skipped This Week in Science.
Oh, I'm just realizing that.
Yeah. So do you want to do a quick This Week in Science?
Sure.
All right. Let's find out what happened this week in science. A little segment we like to call This Week in Science. Some cool stuff. Nothing, crazy, but everybody freaked out because a shark was filmed walking on land.
What? No way.
Yeah, if you're really scared of sharks, there's a few islands you should avoid because there are places they sometimes come on to land. It's,
What?
Of course, in all the tropical climate or Australia, one of the two. But, Anyway, it's not as bad as you would think. It's, these small sharks and little tide pools and stuff, and they're just kind of whipping their fins around and moving themselves forward in shallow water over the coral. So it's really not as bad as it sounds.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't sound that bad. Not to get way off topic, did you hear about the great white shark that was pinged, not that far off of North Carolina's coast?
No, I didn't. Thanks
It
for
weighs like 1,400 pounds.
Wow.
It's got a name. I forget what it is. It's one that it spends a lot of time frequenting this area and down towards Florida and all that.
No kidding.
Yep. Big boy. 1,400 pounds.
Wow.
That's a scary shark. I don't want to see that boy.
Well, hopefully he don't come all the way to where we're waist deep, because that's as far out as we go. So
Yeah.
damn. All right. Well, we're not going to the beach the rest of the season. Oh my goodness. Wow.
All right. Anyway, sorry that I had to
so,
scare you with that.
Back to that. Let's see here. A remarkable new system has restored function in pig organs 1 hour after the animals have died.
What?
Yeah, the researchers have no plans to create an army of undead pig zombies, but
Yeah, I don't believe you.
they do hope their work could someday help save lives by increasing organ availability for transplantation.
Okay. Yeah,
so
that sounds good.
If somebody's an organ donor and all that, that's just great news. That's fantastic for healthcare and things like that. While excavating a temple complex in southern Mexico, archaeologists uncovered 400 urns containing a mixture of human ashes, rubber, coal, and plant roots. Excuse me. It seems the ancient Maya may have devised a unique solution to the age-old problem of what to do with your dead rulers.
Oh my goodness.
They turned them into their game balls.
Game balls?
Yeah, now I don't know if you've heard this, because I know you don't do a ton of sports, but the Maya are said to have invented basically basketball and maybe soccer.
Okay.
But in the same, they had an interesting game that they played with stone rings, and they would have to put the ball through a hoop, and it was sideways though, and all this stuff. The courts were sunken into the ground. It's pretty neat. Anyway, it looks like they may have turned their rulers into the game balls for the game they played was called pelota.
That's weird.
Which in the Spanish that I've learned means ball. So they literally played ball.
That's, again, don't be doing that with my urn. That's weird.
Well,
We're going to play games now, guys. Okay.
They found that they would take the sulfur and stuff from the ashes and help use that in the vulcanization process or something like that. And they found, a bunch of inscriptions on some excavated game courts or whatever. And it's all kind of led to this discovery that, they're using their their rulers as, as the game balls. There's so many jokes in there, but it's too many at once, so I can't pull one.
Just move on. Just move on.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Some meteor showers going to overlap. 6 meteor showers will overlap with...
6?
Yeah, one set to peak. Looks like next week. I didn't even open this story up, so I haven't perused it yet, but you should check that out if you're interested in the meteor showers and stuff.
Okay.
And that is a very quick, succinct version, as succinct as I'm getting.
Yeah.
This week in science.
All right, so I was watching one of these videos. I think it's like the Facebook Reels or whatever they have
fake
now.
TikToks.
Yeah. I believe it was one of those anyways.
Instagram made everybody mad because they were going to try to be like TikTok. Or they tried to be like TikTok for a minute, and everybody's, all kinds of mad about that.
And then Facebook does it?
Well, Facebook's been doing it since TikTok started. Facebook's like, we're not even going to try to pretend that we're, not ripping this off. We're just, here it is.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyways, it was video again. I think it was on Facebook. It might have even been on Instagram for all I know. But it was really interesting because it's, when TikTok first came out, we all talked about this, how you scroll, you watch a video for like a few seconds. If it interests you, you keep watching. If not, you end up going to the next video, whatever.
Sure.
And this is one of those videos where it's not something I would have normally watched, but I don't know, something was just intriguing to me. So I had to keep watching this. It was one of those, like, this is like the next beauty trend kind of thing.
Oh, like the cat eye videos and the makeup stuff and all
like
that?
that. Yeah, except for this was a little bit more professional, more permanent.
Well, like the don't they tattoo is this eyeliner? I'm touching the bottom of my eyelid.
Yes, you can get your eyeliner tattooed on. They're
crazy.
doing stuff with like tattooing and shading eyebrows. So this is still different though.
Oh, yeah, can I just really like how you like we used to make no, I don't want to do that. Just eyebrows, like how people draw on the eyebrows. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you can get those like colored and tattooed. I don't know if it's semi-permanent or if it is legit 100% permanent. I don't know.
That's so strange to me to tattoo the makeup on.
But this is tattooing something else on.
Oh, okay.
And I was a little shocked. This apparently the next big thing, getting freckles tattooed on your face. And I watched the process. I watched them put in like the dye on top of the skin of where they were going to put the freckles and then stick the needle in and put these freckles on this girl's face.
They're not like coloring in or highlighting or, boosting or there's a word I'm looking for. But they're not doing that to existing freckles. They're putting new freckles on.
It was a woman who had no freckles on her face, and they put freckles on her face. And then the before and after of no freckles, and now she has freckles. And I just could not stop watching this. And the worst part is this video was like 17 minutes long. I'm not going to lie. And I sat there and I watched all of it.
That's some attention span in 2022.
And to the point where I was like, I should have fast forwarded this because like I'm just watching, some lady get stabbed in the face with a needle.
How many? I mean, is she now like covered in freckles, or is it like some to accentuate?
It was on the cheeks and the nose, like the almost like the cute cartoon of where you would draw freckles. Decent amount, so it didn't like stick out a lot.
Wow.
Like if you had 3 freckles, people are gonna notice and think, hey, something doesn't look right there. It was well done. Don't get me wrong. Like it didn't quite look natural, but I think that might have been because I knew it wasn't.
Okay.
But the whole idea is what blows my mind because I feel like freckles is not the one thing that people are like, oh, I wish I had freckles. You know what I mean?
Well, I've heard, I've heard that.
I wish I had dimples. Oh, I wish, I don't know, but not Freckles?
I've heard that, like, along the lines of, how curly-haired people wish they had straight hair and all of that stuff.
If you're a blonde, you want to be a brunette.
Yep.
If you're a brunette, you want to be a blonde. All that.
I feel like I've heard somewhere along like where people who don't have freckles get a little jealous of the people with freckles, I guess.
I feel like I just haven't heard that one.
I can't believe we're talking about freckles this much because this is weird. Like, what a strange thing to want to do.
Not only that, but what a strange thing I'm going to tattoo this permanently on my face. I wish I had freckles that bad that I'm going to get a bunch of brown dots tattooed on my face.
And they can't be, circles because then that looks like polka dots.
That looks weird.
And that's damn weird. So they all have to be, like little, wow.
And when they did this, I have to say, I feel like they were pretty straight on dots. And maybe that's why it looked a little weird.
So they were more round, is what you mean.
I would say so,
wow.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Yeah. But when it comes to those beauty trends and all that kind of stuff, this is not where I saw us going.
So weren't people tattooing like the beauty marks at one point? Or am I making that up? Or
I know people were drawing them on.
Okay, that's probably what I'm thinking then.
I don't know. I could see people tattooing that because, again, we're going to just tattoo everything. You know what? I didn't really like spending all that time doing the makeup, so just make it permanent so I don't have to deal with it. Which sounds good in theory, but honestly is a very bad idea. Looks change, skin changes over the years, and now, what's going to happen when, your face gets a little saggy and you got all those brown dots tattooed? They're going to start stretching.
Bleep it, tattoo more.
You're going to have lines or something. I don't know. It just does not sound like a good idea. I mean, to each their own. If that's how you want to spend your money, fine. Well, but I'm gonna judge you and think you're weird for it, I guess.
How about, can you do the reverse? What if there's people out there who have, a ton of freckles and just absolutely hate them? Can you tattoo skin tone? You know what I mean? Go over it like that?
Concealer, but make it permanent on my face?
Yeah.
That is a great question. You're asking the wrong person. Now, if I know.
Now you've got an industry. You go, do both. Yeah, well, if you don't like them, bleep it. We'll tattoo over it. We'll put it back, And then,
you like how you did your blush? Let me tattoo that on you too,
That does remind me of a cute story I saw, floating around the internet, probably on Facebook Reels or the TikToks or something like that.
Yeah.
Where, the father got a tattoo to match his son's birthmark.
Oh.
But his son was born with, and I'm drawing a circle above my left breast, down the middle of my chest, just to above the belly button and all the way over. This kid was born with a huge, raspberry colored birthmark.
Oh, okay.
Made him very self-conscious and stuff, and he's getting to be, I think, about adolescence, basically.
Yeah.
Father went to a tattoo artist and had the exact same one put on
him.
Matched color for color. First of all, amazing work by the tattoo artist to be able to match the color like that. And just a feat of endurance by the father to sit through that kind of coloring and shading and stuff. If you ever had a tattoo, but crazy. And then just super adorable.
Yeah, it is really cute.
So, the cosmetic tattoos can be a little goofy, but can also be pretty cool like that, I think.
They can be, yes.
That's pretty neat. I don't know. That whole situation is just fascinating. Speaking of fascinating, if you saw Luke and Naomi on Air's Facebook page the other day.
Yeah.
From, when did I put it up? I put it up yesterday afternoon, but this is from Saturday. Saturday we had a beach day, and, our beach days feature us at the beach all damn day.
Yeah. Let's get there at 8 o'clock, 8:30, set up, and stay until at least 4 o'clock.
It's a work day.
Yeah, it is. It is a work day of soaking up sunshine and playing in the water.
That's right.
Sometimes it's
digging
tough.
ditches,
Yeah.
Anyway, while we're sitting there, we had just got set up, I believe, and I look up and I'm like, am I just crazy, or did these clouds look like this?
Yeah.
And just rectangles.
Yeah, there was rectangles in the cloud. Looked so weird.
Geometric shapes in the cloud, full on.
But
straight lines.
This is not a stretch. You know how sometimes when you look at a cloud and you're like, hey, that kind of looks like a cheeseburger.
No, picture
and you
it
go,
harder.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see where the bun is and all of that. This is, hey, look, there's a square in that cloud.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, There is.
I said that to Naomi and, made her look. She was like, yes, totally. And then I took a picture, and as I'm trying to take a picture, I had to zoom in. And if you've ever tried to take a picture of, clouds or the moon or anything like that, phones can be worthless at that point.
Yeah, it doesn't justify
this
it.
picture, I was, I zoomed in a bit, and it's there. You can see it. I mean, It is really odd looking. And, of course, everybody had so much fun with it.
Of course.
So some of these comments,
Which, by the way, if you have not seen the picture yet, it is on Luke and Naomi on air on our Facebook page.
Yeah, so you got to check it out. Maybe I'll throw it up as like the lead photo for our podcast episodes or something like that. But
yeah.
Either way, it's on the Facebook page. Let us know what you think of it there. My mom says it looks concerning.
I wouldn't say concerning. It was just weird.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Mark says the UFO followed you and is revealed.
That's right.
Mr. Rogers sighting. If you're a listener from back in the Luke and Naomi in the morning days,
yeah.
You remember Mr. Rogers, the shark stabber diver extraordinaire.
That's right.
He says, spend all that time in Roswell, not a single sighting. Now here you are.
That's right. That's right.
I like that. Jason says, I'm not saying it was the aliens, but it was the aliens.
Yeah.
He didn't say it was it's the meme of the crazy guy from, I think it's Ancient Aliens from the History Channel.
Yeah.
The guy with the crazy hair. If you know,
aliens. The basic meme. Aliens. Yes.
Snowman says, Matrix glitch. I like that one.
I like that one too.
Because of the straight lines. It is pretty cool. And then Paul just says, big old all caps, nope.
Nope.
And we haven't seen that. I may make you see a horror movie. That movie is called Nope.
Yeah.
The Jordan Peele movie. I want to see that. It looks interesting. That's what Paul's response made me think of.
That's a maybe.
That's a maybe.
Yeah.
So crazy rectangular cloud sighting at the beach. You got to check it out.
It was very interesting to say the least.
Let us know if you've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of seeing things at the beach,
oh,
take it away.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Hang on. Everyone buckle up. Time for Naomi's rantings and ravings.
Yeah.
All righty. So, we like to be beach bums. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Go spend some time at the beach. We get all nice and set up. Again, we get there about 8:30 in the morning. I want to set up. I want to have a nice spot. And again, like especially when you're coming that early, you've got time to pick a nice spot where you're not like crowded in on anybody.
Not right near the entrance. We like to move, get farther down so we're not there.
Having just a nice area set up and just relax while we're there. All right. So
here we go.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this without coming off as just a brat, because I feel like a little bit of a brat complaining about this stuff. But I guess I'm a brat.
Just go for it. I'll help where I can.
All right. We're sitting at the beach. It's Saturday. The beach is going to be packed. No problem. There is plenty of sand and there is plenty of ocean for everybody.
Sure.
I can share. I do get a little weird when someone comes up right next to us when there's plenty of other space.
Yeah, you get your footprint.
Yeah, give me some space. What if I want to stand there when I come out of my little, awning that I've got going on there, whatever you call it, sunshade.
What if I want to walk around naked in my backyard?
Basically, yes. So anyways, and okay, this did not happen to us. Let me say that.
So that's where I was going to come to your rescue and say I wouldn't go so far as to say you're being a brat because you didn't say anything and it didn't happen to you, but maybe it could be a little bit of a brattishness because it didn't happen to you, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I figured it was one of those I should just mind my own business, but I couldn't not stop.
Oh, it was like a car accident.
Oh,
as soon as it started happening, I knew what was going on. I just started watching Naomi.
Okay, again, packed beach day. It's packed. It's packed. We're starting to get, 3 people deep, as I like to say, rows of 3 people away from the water because, it's just that busy. That happens. No big deal. Again, still plenty of sand, plenty of ocean for everybody. We watched this big family, 9 people, walk directly from the entrance on a straight, diagonal to the water, cutting across all these people, all this stuff, and set all of their stuff down right in front of two people. Two people.
Umbrella and everything.
I mean, the one older woman was, I believe, reading a book or playing on her phone or something and had her feet out, and they were stepping over her feet constantly as they were getting everybody kind of rounded up. There was plenty of space behind this couple that they decided to go in front of.
6 feet backwards, and they would have had, all the elbow room you could imagine.
Yes, so much room. I thought, that's really rude to do that. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Maybe it's not rude because, again, there's still plenty of beach for everyone. But if you have to step over someone's feet constantly because you decided to set up there because you just got there and these people have been here all day, no, that's rude. There's got to be some sort of beach etiquette where you don't do stuff like that.
I feel like it's maybe not just beach. There's a point of personal space that comes in.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, as fired up as she is not exaggerating at all. Imagine if this was, say a concert, general admission outside, everybody's, come and people just came up and stood between you and the person you were with.
Yeah.
And just kind of set up shop like that.
And
it was almost like that.
And let's say you're not at the front of the stage. Because at the front of the stage at a concert, it's pretty much all rules go out the window there. Let's say you're standing in this big open area. Everyone's kind of evenly spaced out and all this, and somebody stands right next to you. All of a sudden, you have the best spot, and they want that spot.
The waves are coming in, and there's not that much distance between the people that were there first.
Yeah.
And the water, and there was already people next to them who had set up with reasonable space away. And I think that's the craziest thing is because these people, I think the people that were affected at this point had showed up after, and picked a spot equidistant from their neighbors and left space in the middle as you do. And this family, 8-9 people, I swear to God, it was the funniest thing ever. They just all show up and sort of stop.
And go, we're setting up here.
Bleep it. And the shoes start coming off. And
drop everything. Okay,
great.
Not only that, and again, I'm not trying to pick on this family or anything like that. I thought it was really rude to
this one put her right over the edge.
But so then 2 of the kids get out a soccer ball.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this part.
Okay.
I think I blocked this part out.
Okay, fine. Kids at the beach playing. Totally understandable. But listen, you just set up where there is no room. So you better be passing this back and forth within 3 feet of each other. No, they're running around all these other people to the point they lose track of the ball so many times. The one time it hit somebody's dog. The people next to us. It hit their dog, and the kid runs up and just grabs the ball and looks at them. You're not even going to say, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
Or, excuse me, or anything. You're
going to
look like, why is your dog by my ball? And take it and then run off. And I'm, at this point, this is true Brett Naomi came out. I'm yelling at Luke. I'm like, if that ball comes over here, I'm throwing it in the ocean. I don't care. You can't act like that. Just... Again.
Oh, they were booting that ball, too. It wasn't just some dribbling.
Yes, this wasn't playful kicking around. It was here, go chase it now. As it's going into other people's, where they're sitting and relaxing. You got people sunbathing who are not paying attention and about to get hit in the face with a soccer ball. What the heck?
I just kept turning my head back to the ocean and was just watching the waves and all that stuff, and I just kept feeling the glare from my other side, and I was like, I better look over and see what's going on with that car accident now.
Because, and I kept saying, I'm sorry. And then I would just go, why would you do that? I'm sorry. It's none of my business. I'm going to just look over at the ocean. Oh, my goodness. Did you see what they just did? And I would, again, I need to mind my own business. This did not directly affect me. So I did not go over there and say anything or do anything. And
I would have laughed my ass off if you did.
But, I was legit getting fired up about this.
Oh, for real.
Again, I feel like there is some sort of beach etiquette where it's basically personal space, I think. I get that it is going to be packed. Again, it is a Saturday. It is a hot day, all that. But you can kind of judge where you have space and where you don't.
Yeah.
You know,
these are like little walking paths that they just showed up and was like, here.
Yeah. And the fact that you've got 9 people and you're trying to fit into a space, like, honestly, if everybody was sitting down, those 9 people would not fit there.
They kept, one thing I noticed that, you know, as you were getting, I got fired up too. I don't want to make it like I just let Naomi go. I mean, because it really was like just watching people be rude to other people. It's,
yeah.
You know, it was rough. But the one thing I noticed is, you know, when you're in a crowd and there's somebody behind you and you know you're getting close to them, you do that sort of like shallow check over your shoulder. Like, you don't turn your head all the way, but you kind of look to make sure you didn't bump into him.
Yes.
They did this to this woman so many times. They were just so close to her. And, like, they knew, and it's like, it didn't occur to you to go to all the open space that's right over there.
Right. And I'm not saying, like, hey, go to this open space that's 20 feet away and you're behind everyone and you can't be by the water. No. Like, there was other areas that just... They could have still been in front of everyone and
set
had,
up
like,
in the water. They didn't bring a bunch of chairs or anything like that. They could have all just hung out right, you know, where the water kind of hits and do that. They were wearing their damn socks in the water anyway. That's the one thing that I couldn't take my attention off of, because just socks at the beach and in the water is just what
just
the hell are you thinking?
A weird feeling, weird idea.
I get the water shoes thing. Maybe you're afraid of stepping on something, but it's
then
not
you
going to
need a
save you from a
shoe.
jellyfish, and it's not going to save you if a crab bites you or, you know, a shark. So
I don't know.
That's not going to happen anyway. But crazy. So beach etiquette seems to be the topic. I don't know how to say of the week in French, but so du jour. That's of the day.
Du jour?
Du jour, right?
Okay.
I don't know. Somebody out there knows some French better than I do.
Yeah,
So,
somebody does. Not me. I got nothing for you.
Naomi just looks spent from getting all fired up about this again.
Because, like, I want to apologize because I do feel like a brat for getting so upset about this. Because, again, there is plenty of beach. There is plenty of ocean. I know I've said that 3 times, but I have to keep reminding myself, like, this is not something to get fired up about. But personal space, man. Like, I cannot be that far out there on the idea of personal space
it was
at
real
the beach.
Close. I mean, if they were friends of the people who were already there, they still would have been too damn close.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my friends that close. Again, the one lady had to keep walking over the other girl's legs. She had her legs stretched out because she's sunbathing, and they had to keep stepping over her.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's too close. That's too close. I can't... Maybe I'm wrong on this, but I really don't feel like I am.
Oh, it was rough to watch. I'm going to put it at that. So beach etiquette, I think we can even expand that into just, you know, public etiquette. What have we forgotten?
Public etiquette. You know, concerts, going to the park, beaches, things like that. Public etiquette.
Yeah, because it all fits into the same thing. So,
yeah.
You know, what are the little things that drive you nuts, and, you know, what is the thing that you think everybody else should follow along, so we can find out if maybe we're a little bit wrong here.
Speaking of that,
correct our behavior.
Yeah, I'm going to go off one more little baby rant here. Baby rant, I promise. Same thing, public etiquette and all that stuff. I think we have gotten too bad with keeping our noses in our phones the entire time. Because the other day was probably about 3 weeks ago now.
It's still the other day.
Yeah, I was running home from work, jogging home from work, and I am coming up to this apartment complex. And this girl is on her phone, and I am watching her walk out of the door of her apartment, come down these stairs, walk across the parking lot. I'm watching this all from the distance as I'm, you know, jogging on the sidewalk. And I'm watching her, and I'm like, she is going to go onto that sidewalk right in front of me, and she is not even going to know I'm there. And sure enough, that is exactly what she did.
And you checked her right into the street, right?
Oh, that was so tempting. But no, I didn't. I just said, excuse me, on your right, because I was right there. And I saw her jump. She had no idea. And I'm like, look, I'm huffing and puffing. I'm out of breath. You know, I've got a backpack with, like, just stuff in it. You can't hear me jiggling, you know, as I'm getting close to you. Like, I got house keys in here. You can't hear them shifting around. Like, nothing. She was just in her phone watching a video or something. I looked to see if I saw earbuds in. I look for that now.
Right. Yeah, that's a thing.
Didn't even see that. she was just so glued and unaware of her surroundings. Like, to me, that's another public etiquette thing that we've lost, is just having a little bit of awareness of our surroundings.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we spent so much time socially distancing that now we're still acting like we're, in these big giant spaces when we're not anymore.
I guess. But that's another one. Like, at least every 30 seconds, look up.
How about that? That's a great one. All right,
I feel like that's a good rule to have.
Just being in public together etiquette, I guess that's that's what we want to know. What do you think? What should we be doing correctly? What should we be doing differently?
What have we forgotten to do?
What have we forgotten? That's a big one.
Over the last couple of years.
Yeah, so
the things that drive you nuts when you're out in public and you're like, why are you acting like this?
Public etiquette pet peeves.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to put it. And I'm sorry, that was a lot of ranting and raving, and I really appreciate you sticking with me through all of that. I don't like to get that mad and fired up. Like, yeah, it's funny, but like I just feel like such a brat right now.
Oh, she kept saying, we're going to talk about this on the podcast this week. That's what we're doing. I have to get this off my chest.
I do. I had to get it out. You know how, nope, I am not open. No.
Not going back in.
Pandora's box has been shut. We done.
Not going back in. All right.
We will talk about it next week when we discuss everyone else's answers to this. That is as far back as I'm going with it.
So what are your public etiquette pet peeves? Do people take up too much space at the beach? Are people too handsy at concerts? Or, maybe people taking up all of the damn washing machines at a laundromat when they're the only person in the building? Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's horrible.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's not my mom's name at all.
No, not at all.
Your daily dose of sarcasm there.
That's right. You'll hear that story next week. We'll talk about that next week.
So let us know. Let's try to keep them all on the Facebook page if we can. If you don't have Facebook, you can always comment on the YouTube channel. That's super easy. I know some people just don't have the Facebook. No big deal. Thank you for listening, because that's the most important thing. You don't have to comment. But if you would like to join in the conversation, Luke and Naomi on air on Facebook, or Luke and Naomi on air on YouTube.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear, your opinion
Naomi
on this stuff.
Really wants you to back her up on this one, so she's, feels a little bit better.
Less of a brat.
Less of a...
Yeah.
All right.
So, yes, tell us, that public, the behavior, pet peeve, all that. Let me know if it really is that bad to think, people getting too close at the beach, that they're not following beach etiquette.
I mean, like I said, I think the best way to sum it up is, the people had showed up, left space between them for their neighbors that had already existed, and then these new people showed up, 8 or 9 deep, and just took up what was left of that space when there was plenty of other, just 6 feet away.
Yeah.
All right. We'll let you.
I am defeated over here just thinking about it.
Oh man! All right, so definitely keep those comments coming. We love having the conversations with y'all. Like we really miss that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's great to see the comments growing on the Facebook page as well. So definitely join in the fun.
All right, I think it's time for that thought of the day.
Thought of the day, thought of the day. It's your thought of the day, thought of the day.
Beautiful. Loved it.
Ugh.
All right, you ready?
As I'll ever be.
When you procrastinate, you're doing side quests.
Oh, I like that.
I thought you would. After talking about Stray earlier and video games and all that. Side quests.
Side quests.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. Oh, my gamer friends will absolutely love that, won't you?
Yeah. All right.
I'm never going to be able to get that out of my head now.
What?
Side quests.
Side quest. All right, you going to leave us with a laugh?
I'm going to do my best. My old neighbor and I were friends so much so that we decided to share our water supply. We got along well.
Aw, that's so bad. I can't even boo it. It's so bad. I'm just going to look at you like, really? Really?
Well, you can boo Bendy over because he's the author of the books.
Really, Bendy?
Of dad jokes to take a poo to. That's from our friend Brian over in the UK. Why do North Koreans draw the straightest lines?
I don't know.
Because they have a supreme ruler.
Oh, my gosh. That's awful.
All right.
Wow.
One more.
Better make it a good one.
My wife complains when I don't buy her chocolates. To be fair, I didn't know she sold chocolates.
Oh, come on.
If that's not the epitome of dad joke, right there.
Yeah, it frickin' was.
All right, what are your public etiquette pet peeves? Let us know on the Facebook channel or the YouTube page. Thank you so much for sticking with us through 13 whole episodes now. How cool is that we've gotten this far? How cool is it?
It's all about teamwork,
everybody has stuck with us. Yeah, that's right. Download, like, tell your friends, get some more comments going on that Facebook page. We will talk to y'all next week.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.